Yeah, we post up truth bombs at the mic. Aharon Yasharahla lighting up the night. Vigilant watchmen never snoring off the grind. Eyes on the news, peeping all the signs. They sling lies, we bringing clarity. Breaking down the script, straight sincerity. Headlines shifty, gotta stay woke. Truth in every word, not just a hefty joke. Current affairs, tune in, y'all listen close. Aharon Yasharahla hit you with the most. No fluff, just facts, we dissecting the scene. Radio wave, sharp, cut and clean. Modern day prophets, echoes of the past. We see through the smoke, these lies won't last. Real talk, mountains from the molehills. Truth reigns supreme over fake thrills. Government plots, we expose the schemes. Politics dirty, trying to crush dreams. From the ghettos to the burbs, we keep it raw. Current affairs, y'all feeling every law. Current affairs, tune in, y'all listen close. Aharon Yasharahla hit you with the most. No fluff, just facts, we dissecting the scene. Radio wave, sharp, cut and clean.
Yes, sir. Once again, we're here. Once again, we're live. Once again, it's time to do what it do.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It is time to do
Commandments.
what it do. What's going on, family? It's your boy, Big A, Aharon Yasharahla, right back at you on current affairs. Right back at you on this great show, on this great platform, Shofar Radio. How y'all doing out there? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whenever you can listen to me, my great and wonderful voice, my handsome mug. Weekly broadcast, a weekly podcast, whatever you want to call it. I miss you all. Things happen, and things happen fast. You know what I mean? Things happen fast because we're living our lives, and time has sped up according to the Bible. Time has sped up according to scientists. But nonetheless, right back at you. And I do have some things that I want to go over with you all. But first and foremost, I just want to tell you all that I'm not a doctor, right? I'm not a scientist, right? So some things that I may bring forth, it might sound like that because I do a lot of diligent research, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, right? I'm just one who is bringing some information that is found in the news, that is found on the internet, right? With that said, family, we all we all love to shop. We all love to buy things. We all love to make people happy and send things to the mail. And I say that because my first topic, family, is titled Amazon versus the USPS. Amazon versus the USPS. Now, we all know, family, that Amazon is a distribution juggernaut. And because Amazon is so big, it rivals companies such as Walmart and other companies. Now, Amazon, which uses the USPS, which is the United States Postal Service, it uses it for a lot of its delivery. Amazon is copying the USPS, which actually hurts the USPS. And it not only hurts the USPS, but in the long run, it sounds like it may hurt me as well. So I see this article, I'm like, wow, that's different because, you know, uh, when you think about it, the USPS was already, or the United States Postal Service was already hurting because we have the thing of the internet and the United States Postal Service, uh, or uh, let's just say, can I say it? Let's just say that the post office. Post office were used to sending letters to or sending letters through, right? And in this case, you can't. Or in this case, there are less letters sent through. So forgive me, Tony, I'm actually reading some notes that I have. So there's a decline in letters when it comes to the United States Postal Service, and that's where uh, Amazon helped to pick up that decline by sending packages through post office. Okay? Now it actually takes $6 billion annually, family, for the post office to send to send packages or to send letters. Now this partnership between Amazon, and I didn't realize it was this long because it just seems like once we have something, it is always there, but that's not the case. But it seems like we've had this UPS, United States Postal Service, and Amazon partnership forever. But that actually started in 2013, and that is when the USPS or the Postal Service started delivering packages or mail, as we call it, 7 days a week. Remember, there was a time, family, where we didn't see the post office delivering anything on Sundays. You know that we thought that was the Sabbath day, the day of the Lord. We thought that. DJ Press Play, what's happening? Shalom, my guy. Hey, you was on fire early, cuz. I was listening to you. I said what's up, but anyway, DJ Press Play, my guy. But on Sundays, we thought that was a day of rest, a day of rest. But then all of a sudden, we see where the post office is delivering packages. That only happened in 2013 once they teamed up with the juggernaut Amazon. That is when we actually saw that take to fruition, and then we just got used to it. Because see, man can get used to anything. Man can get used to anything because that is just man's nature. That is the reason why man has become a wild beast since on this earth. Now, now Sunday, we all got used to Sunday, and I know I did too because I would come home, I would see a lot of prime packages on my doorstep or prime boxes from where the package came in from, right? Now Sunday was the delivery day made for Amazon Prime's 2 day shipping promise possible. Now Amazon Prime, a lot of us have Amazon Prime because if you get Amazon Prime, you're able to get deliveries that much sooner. And so, from what I just mentioned, Sunday was actually the actual Amazon Prime's delivery day, in which a lot of customers got those deliveries on Sunday if you were a subscriber to Amazon Prime. So another thing for this is that this also was a lifeline for the postal service. As I mentioned before, that the letters had declined, and the reason that letters had declined is because of the internet. Because we have what is called text messaging. We have most people, or a lot of people, who send text messages every day to the loved ones, would actually made up for use of sending out letters, handwritten letters in the mail. And that's why the Postal Service was saying, oh, let me tell you, Postal Service was saying that they may go out of business because of that thing. Then you have Amazon Prime. But now, the whole reason for me bringing this out, family, is that Amazon has become such a juggernaut that they are now wanting to, if not have already cut ties or contract with the Postal Service. And that happens when you make a lot of money. It happens when one gets rich. You think that you don't need the middleman, and that's what this is. So Amazon seems that they can have their own delivery system, right? That will actually keep the people going. But they are underestimating the tens of thousands of people that they're able to reach to uh, partnering with the Postal Service. The only reason that Amazon was able to reach so many people is because they were able to get with the United States Postal Service or the post office. That's why they had such a inventory. It's not because of their own doing, it's because it gave them access to such. What's up, family? How y'all doing? Shalom, shalom. Glad to see y'all. Shalom. You know, forgive me. There's a delay this evening, but no matter. We'll get through it. So I was just speaking about Amazon versus the United States Postal Service, and Amazon is trying to cut them off because they become such a juggernaut family that Amazon is leaning on doing their own delivery. But the only reason it was able to do the delivery that they had now is because the Postal Service was able to give them those extra numbers that they needed to reach everybody, and those numbers they needed to become the juggernaut not they are today, right? So that was my first topic, family, and I pray that everyone out there is able to hear me, is able to see me, and hear my wonderful voice and see my beautiful mug. And if you're wondering about what's behind me, there are a couple of lights behind me. There are a few things that my wife uses for her automatic product. I'm moving along to second article. Now, those everyone has heard of 3D printed meat, right? There was a woman who allegedly found 3D printed meat in some meat that she had bought, which comes from a major brand, which is called honeysuckle, honeysuckle white. A woman allegedly finds 3D printed in a major honeysuckle. And I say honeysuckle white because this woman, when she found this actually was in she found some artificial meat or 3D printed meat in a package of turkey leg, allegedly. Now, when a woman found this, she said that this meat was similar to plastic that she and she had to cut the outer layer of the plastic off the turkey leg. So, have you ever gotten some food family and it's like a little film or something on it, right? Now, this film that she felt was very peculiar. It was very thick in texture. So she was pulling at it, she tugged it, and it was hard to come off. So she actually got a knife and cut it, and it started to come off. The outer started to come off. Now, then the entire drumstick, the turkey legs from the honeysuckle, the entire drumstick was wrapped in thick, smooth, rubber-like membrane. Ooh, oh, have mercy. Now, she said the article goes to say that she cut the turkey leg with a knife, and it sounded like plastic. We all know what that sounds like, right? And some say it was a processing film, and some say it was a moisture retention coating. Others say it was a new form of 3D printed meat. That's insane. So some people say it was a new form of 3D printed meat. And we know a 3D printed meat is what comes from Some say it was a 3D printed meat. Others say it was a moisture retention coating. And there are some others who say that it was a processing film. None of that sounds good. None of that sounds like what I want to put in my belly, what I want to put in my digestive system. All of it sounds horrible. I mean, especially turkey, because for those of us who try to lean away from chicken, we go towards turkey, we go towards quail, we go towards something else outside of chicken, outside of beef. But for this to have happened, and that's why, family, for those of you who are eating any kind of meat, what me and my wife do, we actually soak our meat. And by soaking our meat, it shows us the impurities. It also shows us some of it shows us the fakeness of the meat is. There was one time, family, my wife and I had gotten hold of some fake chicken, and we put the vinegar on it. I mean, the chicken disintegrated. And when the whole chicken was like parts of it, and when it was like we had some drums and we had some legs and things like that, and some of those pieces disintegrated in the vinegar. So it was like, what is going on with this food? Why do people want to give us food like this fake food in the first place? But then when we think about these TED talks, we know why. Those who have an ear, let him or her hear. It's time to wake up. It's time to see what's going on with these companies. Honeysuckle White or Honeysuckle is a major brand or a major corporation. So we think that these major brands or corporations will be the least ones to have this, but you disintegrate. But if I'm one for to keep people off this earth, I want the major corporations and brands to here put this in your food. This is what we gonna do. If you are of the agenda of Samuel, Lucifer, Satan, Loki, same or same entity, they prayed up because we are in for a war. We're already in a spiritual war. We were in a spiritual war when we woke up. We were in a spiritual war when we were born. And that's why we shape it to iniquity. We were born, we had to shape it, all shape it. That's why it's so hard to reform the most High's will and adhere. It's hard to adhere, stay adhere. But I digress from that. Moving right along. Shalom, Rich. What's happening, my man? I found these next few topics that I bring out. I don't like to bring out things that are sad, but the world that we live in is a very sad world. This next topic is very sad. So just prepare yourself for one. We all love children, and no one wants to see a child die. We all believe that children are supposed to outlive their parents, but in this world, that's not true. There are a number of children who die for the parents. There are a number of parents who outlive their children. And as the caption shows, a toddler drowns in hot tub in dad's arms. Just the title is hard. But bear with us, brother Richard. We're working on the sound, but bear with us, please, sir. The power of the air is working right now. So he's always working like a lion. He walks around like a lion, saying he can devour, and he does not want truth to come out. But there was to a family, there was a father, 33 years old, named Bernard Tyrone Huff, who said he had been drinking right on the night in question. He had been drinking and he had taken two types of narcotics when he found out that his daughter, toddler daughter, died in his arms in a hot tub. I'm sorry this choppy family. Sometimes things do happen. I do apologize. We do have a Mr. Bernard Tyrone Huff who had been drinking and had taken some narcotics uh, and took his child, a toddler girl, into a hot tub. Thought it was a good idea while he was high and intoxicated. Took her to a hot tub. Oh, no sleep. So we told the authorities for about 20 minutes. And what woke him up is that he felt the head bob of his child. I mean, how bad is that? How bad is that? It's, I cannot imagine how that is, or it could have been for a father to lose his child, no matter if the man was on drugs or not. But one thing do not do, family, is get intoxicated and take your children into a hot tub, especially when the hot tub water is taller or higher than where your child stands. All right. Now he took his toddler into the hot tub in the wee hours of the morning. Who does that? So when I was reading this article, family, this father, uh, what is his name? Bernard Tyrone Huff. He thought he saw a good idea. He thought he saw a good idea. He thought he saw a pussy cat, and he grabbed his daughter from his from her mother's grips in the bed, went to the tub, the hot tub, fell asleep, and the daughter drowned. His feet evidently fell down into the hot tub, fell down as he was sleeping, being high up to his daughter succumbed to inhaling H2O into the lungs and died. Now he knew he was wrong because when he came to, he brought the daughter out of the hot tub and to the mom and said, "Our daughter is dead. I don't know what happened," but he decided to ignore the fact that he was in the tub in the hot tub and didn't tell the mom that. So with that, he's still guilty through omission because he omitted the fact that they were in the hot. It was his fault that she died. It was his fault that she died. Yeah, I mean, you can't make this stuff up now. I wouldn't ever in 1,000 years make up a story like excuse me, pardon me. I would never in 1,000 years make up anything. It's hard enough being a person of color. And it's even harder when the world finds out that you are a man or a woman of the Most High, because we live by rules. We live by the law that Moses gave us, which is a law that Christ hands. Oh, it's never gonna work. And that's what sucks for us. So I just pray, family, that this man is able to repent, ask for forgiveness. And even if he did ask for forgiveness, the Most High does not have to forgive him. I hope that I hope and pray that he, I hope and pray that his heart not only came to the fact of what he did, that he actually was truly repentant. Because we can all ask for forgiveness and all think that our hearts are pure when we ask for forgiveness. We must stop peers into our hearts every day, our minds every day, all the time, to see a change. And that's why the scriptures say only few will enter into the kingdom. Only a few. Hmm, take that and chew on that. Only a few. Get your house. So moving along, I did say that I had a few tragic things I want to speak of, which are deaths. And this next one, family, is it comes from a director of film, a person who gave us a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies. And I wanted to bring this guy up because, you know, it's always better as the scriptures tell us to be on the side of the living because we still have a chance to repent. We still have a chance to get things right. And Rob Reiner and his wife were both found dead in their home, right? Rob Reiner and his wife were both found dead in their home. If you don't know who Rob Reiner is or was in this fashion, Rob Reiner was a director of a plethora of films and TV shows that we all have grown to love and know. And I'll go ahead and give a mention of a few of those TV shows and or movies. But it does say that the Reiners, Rob Reiner and his wife, whose name I'm not going to mention here, were both possibly killed by their son. Their son was known to be a drug addict. And why does it have to be that when someone kills their parents, they are a known drug addict? Allegedly? Why is that? Is that used in the long run as a scapegoat? This person was allegedly, they were on drugs. That's to give a scapegoat. That's to make that person or person seem like they were out of their mind when these things happen, which they mostly would probably were not. Okay, so I'll put it to you like this: Rob Reiner made a lot of movies and shows that we all like. One from the years 1971 to 1979, All in the Family. All in the Family was the older white guy. It was like the Jefferson the white version of the Jefferson, and they actually collided and made shows together. Jefferson's and All in the Family, right? Then we had the 1987, The Princess Bride. Everyone remembers Princess Bride with Andre the Giant, where they had a guy come back to life and they put a little chocolate down his throat, came back to life, and happily ever after that. We had this 1986 Stand By Me, Stand By Me with the young white kids. Stand by me, so darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me. Remember that? Stand by me. in 1989 when Harry met Sally. We all remember that movie. Even if you didn't even watch it, you remember the title when Harry met Sally. 1990 Misery. We all remember Misery. A man he was a writer, and he got into a crash, and then a lady saved him. She put him in her home. He had he broke his ankles or whatever. She got mad at him, and she smashed his ankles again. Hey, and shalom to her. It's all good. Hey, we are living life. I'm just glad you were able to come through. Forgive for the lag tonight for what's going on with the Prince of the Power of the Air. He's hard at work. So we all remember 1990 Misery. We remember 1992 A Few Good Men with Dustin. Is it not Dustin Hoffman with Tom Cruise and the other guy? Where he said yeah, work got you busy. Work always got you busy, sister. You know that. Well, he was like, "You can't handle the truth." So that's another movie that Rob Reiner wrote, well, directed in 1992, A Few Good Men. We also have in 2013, The Wolf of Wall Street. Y'all remember that with the guy who was on the Django playing the he was playing Massa. Yeah, he of course he's jealous. Of course he's jealous. We're bringing some truth out. He always gonna be jealous. Where DiCaprio was playing Massa, he was the star of The Wolf of Wall Street that aired in 2013, and no one can forget this. Who is of age to know this? Throw Mama from the Train, 1987. That was a pure classic because it wasn't just a train. When we looked at, he tried to throw out DeVito was trying to throw his mama out of everywhere. He trying to kill her for real. Trying to throw her out of everything, right? Throw Mama from the Train was a classic from 1987. So these were just a few movies and or shows that Rob Reiner was director of. So I'll go back through those. 1987, Throw Mama from the Train. 2013, we have The Wolf of Wall Street. 1992, A Few Good Men. We have 1990 Misery, 1989 When Harry Met Sally, 1986 Stand By Me, 1987 The Princess Bride, classic, 1971 through 1979 All in the Family. And we all remember All in the Family, right? Those are all classics. So what I need to say, what I want to say is just RIP Mr. Rob Reiner and wife. Mr. Rob Reiner and wife. You have done society in that aspect a diligence. And we love you and like you for that. RIP to Mr. Rob Reiner and his wife, film director, shows and movies that we grew to love and know. Oh yeah, you heard of Misery? Bro, go back and watch Misery. It's some gems in Misery. Straight up. If you don't go watch Misery, I'm gonna take your black card. But anyway, hey, so check this out, family. I do need to give a pause right here, and I want to mention, as I always do, Naturally Glam Cosmetics. Naturally Glam Cosmetics makes a plethora of skincare and cosmetics. There are things that are from women's yoni steams to lotions for men and women's. There are also candles, like what you see before me right here. Candles, right? It's a candle that my lovely wife makes. I'm gonna attempt to open it up. Forgive me. It's hard to open because it's closed. Oh Lord, I believe that's cotton candy. Oh, it smells so wonderful. Ooh. And you know, She makes men's beard cream, but I do have a personal testimony, family. This men's beard cream, I do use it often enough. And right now, I've shaved my face. It's baby butt right now, baby butt right now. But I noticed when I shaved about a good 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I shaved all my facial hair off, and I noticed some spots. I'm like, whoa, yeah, Rich, yeah, she got candles, my man, yeah. Um, but I noticed I had some spots on my face, so I took this beard cream, and she has beard oil as well, just beard cream. I'm like, why not? Put it on my face, put it on my face, and I noticed after a few days, I'm not BSing you. After a few days, these spots was clearing up. I'm talking about they were clearing up. And it's yes, sir. The beard cream helps if you got little gaps. Like as men, we got little gaps in our mustache, our beard. It helps. It helps for white heads, black heads, helps to fill it in. And she also has family. If you are going bald up here, because you got some dreads like I do, and she has an ointment. Well, if you haven't heard of it, Botana oil. She uses Botana oil also with some other all natural ingredients and creams that she makes, puts in your hair, and it will resolve what you got going on up top. Because the older we get, the thinner our hair gets. But that's not really what has to happen. Because I don't know if you know this, family. I don't know if you know this. Uh, when we pass, when we leave this earth, when our souls pass, our hair keeps growing, and we can actually get it more healthy right now and keep it lively right now with the products that my wife sells. So naturally glam skincare and cosmetics.com. So I want to get that mentioned very quickly. Both men's and women's all natural products. There's no chemicals whatsoever. Now, I do have another article to speak of here, family. And to we are all privy to robots. We are all privy to the military. We are all privy to AI is my next article. And this really should be of no surprise to anyone. We should all have really put this thing together when it comes to the military and AI. The military is now using AI for war, which actually should be no surprise. So, allegedly, in this article I found, the military is using AI for war. Now, I'm going to say allegedly. However, you can find this on your own. It is nothing that is hidden, but the military is using AI for war. And to be precise with you, Gen AI is what the military is using, is going to be used to support military planning, administrative work, risk assessment, amongst other things. It should not. Shalom, Sister Shamaria, how are you? And it should not, family, be a big brouhaha amongst us, amongst people, amongst what they consider peons, amongst what they call goyim. It should not be a real brouhaha, because what else would the powers that be do with AI? So for the military to use AI as war stratagems should be a given in our brains. So it is called Gen AI that the military is going to be using to support military planning, administrative work, risk assessment, and other things. Now, this will stimulate scenarios and accelerate decision making, is what Gen AI is going to be used for, allegedly. It's also allegedly to automate logistics and personnel processes. It's going to assist commanders in risk analysis and planning. It's going to be autonomous weapons, allegedly. Now, the reason, or a reason, family, that they are coming out with this is because this is a superpower competition, especially especially with China. This is a superpower competition, especially with China. And if you have been listening to me since I've come back on my past couple broadcasts, I told you that China had the AI, the AI. They had those robots. Shalom, Britt, Miss Smith, what's going on? China has these AI robots that they have just deployed, looking like iRobot from the Will Smith movie. So going back to my point from just now, this is a superpower competition, especially with China. You see, if you know how China is living right now, China is actually 20 years ahead of the game. China is living right now how the rest of the world will be living in the very near future. We will be there. They just beat us there. Someone had to beat the United States there. Someone had to be the test dummy to see how it's going to be or how they want it to look or be in the future. That's why you have the New World Order. The New World Order family is already in China. It's already there. So if you want to be ahead of the game and start to prepare for what's coming here, because it's coming here, it's going to be a one world government. It's prophecy. Get ready. You cannot stop it, right? You cannot stop what's going to happen. Now, there is actually no evidence, family, of Congress or the government building some kind of autonomous. Now, listen to me. There's no evidence of our Congress or government building some kind of autonomous Skynet style AI war machine, allegedly. Now, I say that because allegedly there is no such thing as a Skynet style AI war machine. But if you remember the movie Terminator, they were fighting the company that was called Skynet. I mean, you can't make this up. They wanted the Jetsons. They gave us Terminator with Skynet, and now there's a company called Skynet doing these kind of things. But they want to tell us it's alleged. So we'll go with that. Now we're here. We're here with Skynet. What are we as a people going to do? So just look around at what's going on. What's up, Miss Jackson? Look at what's going on with all the building up that they're doing. You drive down 26, Interstate 26, you drive down Interstate 85, 95, 71, 75, whatever it is. You see all these trees being knocked down. There's really no need to build anything else. Why do you want to? Yeah, the Terminator has so many jewels in it. Why do you want to knock down trees that gives us oxygen? And there's so many things that go into what I'm talking about, because we even had comedians saying pretty soon they're gonna be charging you for oxygen. Oh, that's coming because there's not enough trees here. Look at that movie with the guy who played the Terminator. when he went to Mars. And there was no oxygen there. There were no trees, right? If there's no trees here soon, what is our planet going to be like? All praises to the Most High that he said through Christ that he's going to speed time up and stop short Satan's reign, because if not, there will be no flesh on earth left when he comes back. And flesh is not just human flesh. You got tree flesh, bark. You have flesh from animals, flesh from fish, all different types of flesh. But they've showed us in movies, family. We just got to wake up. We got to be able to see this. This is not a game anymore, any longer. We got to put on the whole army of the Most High. The whole armor, not the army. We'll keep the army at hand with us, in the angels. The whole armor of the Most High. Meaning, adhere to the statutes and commandments. Pick up your cross and bear it. Yeah, listen, sis said, remember the movie Lorax, the kid movie? Hey, they put it out there. Thank you, sis. They put it out there in everything. And it's up to us to be smart and decipher what's going on. As they say in Spanish, ay Dios mío. Oh my God. Listen, this, The Mist. Bruh, thank you, brother. The Mist is another good movie because they put it out there. We have to adhere and know what's going on and be smart about what we're doing. Just be smart about it. Skynet is here. Terminator is definitely here. And we are in the age of the Jetsons. Now, I do have some FYIs, family. Now, I ain't got no jokes tonight. I'll get back to the jokes. Like I said, I got something that I want to do, so I'm not saying a lot of jokes. But I do have an FYI, a couple FYIs. And this first FYI, family, is I want to speak about, they're always talking about things like power going out, things like that. So if your power goes out because of the grid, if your power goes out due to climate change, right? Let's just say, for example, your power goes out because something is happening in your neighborhood and you don't have power for, or there's a bad storm from rain or snow and you don't have a way to heat things up. So I saw this post online and it said, and it was an old black lady. She said, baby, well, what you gonna do if the power go out? She said, well, this is what you do, baby. You get you a muffin pan. The muffin pan got, or a cookie pan, got what 6 dish spots in it. Get you a little muffin pan and you get you some tea tree candles. And you light that candle and you put that bad boy in there, and you'll still be able to cook you some food. And I watched it, I said, whoa, she in there making her some eggs, boiling some water, you know what I mean? And that's what you really need. You just need a little bit of fire, a pan, and something to put that food in, and then and a pot to heat all that up. And that's what she did. So you get you a muffin pan, put those small tea tree candle in that muffin pan, and it's still fire. It will get you some food to eat, some water to drink, to get yourself there, to make some tea, some instant hot coffee, something like that. So I want to put that out there as far as this FYI is concerned. Also, and I just thought that was good. I'm like, I never thought about that. That's great. That's a great thing to do, a great thing to have, because we have those. We have those. Excuse me if I am looking over because I'm still getting some information as far as I'm sorry, that made me laugh. As far as information is concerned, news is concerned. But I do have another one, family, and this is for our health. Health benefit FYI. Did you know that potato chips are not good for us? Well, we knew that. We know junk food is not good for us, but did you know that these are some things that our body hates? Our heart hates potato chips, right? Our heart hates potato chips. Did you know that our brains hate energy drinks? And I read that. I'm like, there are times I have an energy drink, and the only one that I drink out of coffee is Kickstart. Like, I do electrical work, electrician. I do that. Now I don't know about all brands. I'm not sure. This is just what I ran across. So we have to do our due diligence. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a professor. I'm just giving information that I find. So our hearts hate potato chips. But now you have to ask yourself, when we go to places like overseas, like Egypt, certain parts of Africa, and Egypt is in Africa, certain parts, they would tell you exactly what's in it. Unlike the United States, you got to have 50 ingredients in one thing, right? So do your due diligence and do your research. So our hearts hate potato chips, our brains hate energy drinks, our lungs, family, hates deep fried foods. Our lungs hate deep fried foods, but it's good to me. Finger licking good, right? Our livers hate sugary soda. And if we all know, I'm not sure about I'm not sure about all the chips. Not all the chips. Not all. I can say not all the chips. Okay, not all the chips, because there are some clean chips out there. But our livers do hate sugary sodas. Our bones, family, our bones hate cola. Period. Our bones hate cola. Period. Our eyes, our peepers, right? They hate too many sweets. And that's hard, man. Too many sweets. Sometimes we get a sweet fit and we just eat cake, pies, desserts. We eat that. Is that why I never had my eyes hurt? Anyway, our kidneys hate instant noodles. Our kidneys hate instant noodles. Too much of anything is bad for us. So everything in moderation. So our kidneys hate instant noodles. Our teeth, our dientes, they hate sticky caramel or just caramel, period. Right? Our stomachs, our stomachs hate spicy fast food. So if you're going to get that spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes, spicy chicken sandwich from KFC, shouldn't be eating that. Might be eating people. Your stomach hates that. Our pancreas hates white bread, right? Our skin, our piel, my bad, that's a shirt. But our piel, which in Spanish, piel, hates excess chocolate, right? Our immune system, family, our own, very own immune system, hates processed meats, boxed meats, hates processed meats. We shouldn't be eating anything in a daggone box. If it's in the box, dang it, look at the ingredients and make it your own self at home, right? Our gut hates artificial sweeteners. And when I say artificial sweeteners, right, you have things like when you go to a store or a car dealership, you get in the car or wherever it may be, they hate sweeteners, artificial sweeteners for coffee, things like that, right? Our sleep cycle, family. Yeah, the Roman noodles boil. Yeah, yeah. Our sleep cycle, when we're going to sleep, late night coffee. For those of us who love coffee, stop drinking it late at night. I need some coffee. No, you don't. You just like the taste of it, and you trick your brain into thinking that you need it late at night. You don't need it. I can drink a pot of coffee and go straight to bed. Real talk. So our sleep cycles hate late night coffee. Our joints hate sausages. Now, what kind of sausages? I don't know. I'm just pork. Leave it alone. But our joints hate sausages. And lastly, our digestive system hates packaged fruit juice. Packaged. Yes, ma'am, the chocolate. Some of the chocolate is just not good for us, but everything in moderation. We do everything in moderation, we'll be good because these are things that we have been brought up on. These are things in the past 1,500 years. What we going to do? What we going to do about it? Unless you're going to eat, unless you're going to straight up change your diet. Yeah. Well, Mexican food is good because they use a lot of vegetables. Just eat them raw. And that's what I was going to. Unless we're going to change our diet and eat nothing but just raw vegetables, then we good. If we eat all raw vegetables and all raw fruits, listen, Father Time is gonna be like, hold on now. I'm looking at the Most High like, yo, hold on now. This one right here, these ones right here doing well. Let's put some time on them. Let's put some more time on. Give them some more time. You know. But hey, family, I had to tell you all that. It's all about, as I say, giving it up to the Most High. And because we're actually, when we look at it, it's not about us. If these youngsters really knew, it's not about them. But these, how they say today, these YNs think it's about them. It's not about them. It's about the Most High and giving the Most High through Christ his usury. And again, this is one way I try to give the Most High through Christ his usury, through bringing out things that we need as a people, as a person, as a body. This is what we need. Everything is good, my man. As a man, as a people, as a body, this is what we need. So I'm glad that everyone who joined in on this broadcast, on this podcast, heard me, will hear me, will see me. I thank you. I love you all. It has been a wonderful night tonight, despite the shortcomings, despite the prince of the power of the air fighting me, fighting us, but he can't fight the Most High, can't fight Christ. You try as you want, you can't do it. So again, I just say stay prayed up. Just fast as much as you can, 2-3 days a week. At least 2 days a week. Try as much as we can. If you do construction like myself, it's easy to go through a whole construction day without eating until you get home. And again, with that said, family, I just want to say, stay prayed up. Love yourself. Love the Most High more. Love your family. Men, do right. Listen to your wife. Now, wives, listen to your wife. Wives, listen to your husbands. If it's something that we don't like, pray on it. Fast on it. Talk to elders about it. And Godspeed to everyone for healing of the whole heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And until then, family, I love you, and I will see and hear from you next time. Deuces with a bottle of grease and hair grease. Or with a bottle of hair grease. Peace. I love you all. been a time. It has been a time. It is lovely. It is great. It is gorgeous out here. It has been a time. It is lovely. It is great. It is gorgeous out here. It has been a time. It is lovely. It is great. It is gorgeous